Hello everyone, welcome back to another small Transformers haul vid. It would be difficult to follow on from my last bootfair haul with one as big as the last one. I did very well at the last bootfair, but I did manage to pick up a couple of little bits, and it was literally only a couple. Did see a lot of other Transformers which looked like they parents of the kids who had obviously pre-owned these toys had given the Transformer toy to the child, and then as the next gift given them a hammer. I saw some really nice ones that I would really have liked to have picked up, such as, let's just think, there's I think it's from Dark of the Moon, Incinerator. Would have liked to have picked him up, but since he had virtually no arms and legs, and I couldn't see a head either, not really worth getting that. I think it was Breacher, another movie toy, but again missing parts here, there and everywhere, and a couple of other small ones I'd already got anyway, so not really worth getting those. One figure that I did pick up, and I picked him up simply for the fact he was only going for 50p, and it wouldn't be a boot fair without getting one, of course, and it was a Mech-Tech Bumblebee. But as you can see, this toy has never been played with, because as much as they've stuck the Mech-Tech weapon on, which does work and will go quite nicely with the Cyberfire Bumblebee I got from last week's haul, this Bumblebee has never been transformed. He's still got the elasticated sort of strapping that these Dark of the Moon toys came with in the packet. So as much as the kids taken this out of the packet and played with it as a car with a gun on the top, he has never been transformed, so he's absolutely mint in regards of his actual robot mode. So I picked him up because I thought for 50p, you know, to get a minty one is worth it anyway. And I might well leave him with the straps on, because I think I have actually got this mould of him loose and actually transformed, but it was worth it just for the Mech-Tech anyway, for the Cyberfire version. Now, as I say, there was lots of other bits which were knackered and damaged, or just sort of like ones I've already got anyway, so I won't worth picking up tons of the same sort of bots over and over again. I did see actually another one which actually I would have liked to have got, but he was missing a couple of other accessory parts and I think an arm and a leg, and that was the animated Grimlock, because it would have been quite nice to go with the other Dinobots I got the other week. But for 20p I found, in amongst just some random toys which I was looking through, a bot shot launcher, and it's obviously the Optimus Prime cab. So other than the fact that the bot shot wasn't with it, it's all there. Now I thought, yeah, well, it's worth picking out for 20p, because the launcher itself is worth having, and you never know, I might find some bot shots at some point. So I duly picked that up, and like I say, perfectly acceptable, and the launcher, although a little bit temperamental, still works okay. And then I went on my merry way to another boot fair. And lo and behold, at the next boot fair, I found a guy selling packaged bot shots. As you can see, Bumblebee is still enclosed. I haven't bothered getting him out yet. But as you can see, I've opened up one, and it is of course Optimus Prime. So in that very sense, I was able, if I can get it to actually stay in its vehicle mode, to actually get the bot shot that goes with the trailer. So I finished off that. So that was quite a nice little find anyway, and these are of course my first ever bot shots. Now I'm still a bit unsure about bot shots, but I certainly wouldn't pay sort of £9, getting on for £10 for a set of 3 in the shops, which they're going for at the minute. But for £1, you know, picking up the individual ones, it's worth it for that, I suppose. I'm bound to find other ones at different sort of stages through boot fairs. They're bound to end up going there and probably picking them up dirt cheap, so it's a bit of fun, I suppose, but not something I'm going to get heavily into, but worth getting. And that's unfortunately about it. I went to 3 boot fairs, well, 2 boot fairs and a flea fair. The flea fair actually was smaller than the 2 boot fairs, and the boot fairs were pretty big, but like I say, there was a lot of junkers, a lot of missing sort of parts, which, to be honest, if I find those parts, I'm probably going to find the whole bot another time, so not worth getting. Bit of a shame, but yeah, I was hoping for better than that this week, but it's always next week. So that's my haul for the weekend in, what would that have been, the weekend in Sunday the 12th. So hopefully next week I'll have something more interesting to show you. Anyway, thanks for watching, and thanks to all my subscribers, and I shall see you again for either another Transformers review if I get a chance with my work this week, or another haul vid after next weekend. Thanks for watching.